Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Are you going to cough into the mic again?
You keep giving me... Look, I'm recovering. I'm in recovery.
From what?
Alcoholism.
Hi, mommies. Welcome to the big show.
Yeah, man.
Where am I this week?
Well, it's...
What's the date?
Right now, it's January 9th.
Oh my gosh, that means that I am in Kansas City right now, January 10th through 13th at the Kansas City Improv. And then at the end of the month, January 31st through February 2nd, I will be at Comics at Foxwoods Comedy Club and Bar. I am contractually obligated to say Comics at Foxwoods Comedy Club
It's
and
really
Bar.
In the contract?
In Mashantucket, Connecticut. It's really in the contract. The booker told me I have to change it to
when you say the title,
you can't just say
make sure you give us a full plug.
It's the entire thing.
It's so bizarre.
I know. I hear it's a fun place, though.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Actually, I've heard good things about it.
No, I'm serious.
I have too.
It's a sweet gig.
It's in Massachusetts, right?
Massachusetts.
Yep. Or no, it's in Connecticut.
I'm sorry. Mashantucket.
Is it in Connecticut?
Connecticut.
Or is it in Massachusetts? All right.
What about you, Jeans? Where are you pulling your jeans up?
Well, I had a great time last week in Chicago.
How was that Asiago chicken I mentioned?
You knocked it out of the park. It was delicious. I'm going to be at the Cleveland Improv January 24th through 27th and at Joey's Comedy Club in Livonia. Shout out to Michigan.
What's up?
Just outside of the D.
You represent real hard for the 313.
For sure, man. I'm doing it. I'm doing it for y'all, man. This is for Detroit. 313.
So I'll be there in Detroit. Can't wait to go. I was there a couple years ago for New Year's, and now I'm doing a full weekend. So come see me at Joey's if you're in the greater Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, Midwest area. With that being said, this episode is brought to you by Stamps.com. You know, one great resolution you can make this new year, besides losing weight and stop hitting your dog, is maximize every minute and every dollar for your small business. And we knew an easy way to do that, don't we, Jeans?
www.stamps.com.
That's right. And don't forget that www.
Wait a minute. What about the HTTP?
You got to plug that in too.
://www.stamps.com.
But think about how much time you've wasted going to the post office or how much money you've wasted leasing an expensive postage meter. Stamps.com is the better way to get postage. Just use what you already have, your own computer and printer, to buy and print official U.S. postage for any letter or package. With Stamps.com, everything you would do at the post office, you can do right from your desk at a fraction of the cost. We've been doing it for a while.
For a long time. It's really, and you know what? They send you this little scale. It's very simple. You can put it on your desk and do what Tom does, which is put his sandwich on the scale.
I like to know what I'm eating weighs. And
print postage for your sandwich. You can print postage for anything you want.
Absolutely.
On Stamps.com.
So here's what we're doing. Right now, you get the special offer when you use our promo code, which is MOM, M-O-M. It's a no-risk trial, $110 bonus offer. It includes this awesome digital scale and up to $55 in free postage. All you got to do is go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone, type in our code word, MOM, M-O-M, type it in. You get the free and awesome offer, and you'll be locked in like we are. You'll be an addict printing postage.
It's awesome. You'll never have to leave your home again, which is our goal. Is to, oh, God.
Christ.
Way to ruin.
Or you can always go to...
Oh, shit.
You can go to your mom's house podcast.com and click on our banner there, which will take you right to the offer. And don't forget, at the site, we have all kinds of exciting things right now. We have the Wipe Down collection, which includes a Top Dog shirt, all 3 albums, a poster. You can also get the Real Mommies Only shirt.
Wait a minute, but it's for real mommies only.
Real only. Yes. You can't get it if you're not 100% on board. Would you like some toilet paper?
If your jeans are not high and tight, don't fucking bother buying that shirt until your jeans are up way high. Am I really watching this happen right now? Are you just blew your nose into the microphone?
Didn't get recorded.
I still heard it, though.
You heard it, but they didn't.
Sorry, Mary Lynn.
I heard it as well.
You were coughing like an animal a second ago. and now you're
I'm
attacking me?
recovering from a sickness too. I'm just not a big baby who has to talk about it all the time.
Oh,
Where's
man.
my doctor gonna call?
Yeah, man.
I don't need a doctor.
Yes.
Right away? Right out of
love
the gate?
it. So much sassitude today. She ate that rice cake up, and now she's full of sass.
Rice
to
cub
go.
eats rice cakes?
Heyo.
Bam, zinged you, just knocked you out.
Punch me in the face.
Teeth are all
That's
over
what
the
a zing
floor.
is?
Yep.
Marilyn, do you have anything you'd like to plug in the month
Why
of
is
January?
comedy so violent? Why are we having to kill people?
It's about
and zing-
intensity.
Wait, whoa. I don't want to fight.
You got to be intense.
I
Furrow
have
your
something
brow.
to plug, you old. Speaking of sassy, I'm going to be in San Jose with you.
Oh, this will by the time this
Don't
airs.
plug it. I'm under the radar because I'm a
It-
huge.
It'll have
television
passed
star.
by the time this airs.
Damn
is
it! I
already
wasn't
over.
listening. I wasn't listening.
You're already there.
Yeah.
No, I'll tell you what. I
Talk
have to
about what a
plug.
good time you guys
Talk
had.
about how much fun San Jose was.
That was awesome. Thanks for having me on your shows and taking me on the road. So that's the road, right? But you have to say the road.
Did you guys hook up? Did you guys hook up on the road?
I hooked up with there's so many hot Puerto Rican guys up in San Jose.
Jesus.
And Marilyn and I were crushing dicks left and right in San
my
Jose.
God.
Right, Marilyn?
You taught me how to crush it, a dick, with my different parts.
There you go. Pizza. There you go.
We were doing shots. We were playing
Whiskey.
strip, poker.
It was really a good time.
It was
We had vegan
so
food.
exciting. I felt so connected to all those Puerto Rican boys.
Ooh. But no, really, are you doing any dates in January that you'd like the public to know about? Anything? TV appearances that you can think of?
Nope.
Okay. This episode, also, you guys, please check out our partnership flag people. All Things Comedy. Go to allthingscomedy.com.
It's our home.
It's our home. It's where your mom's house is on that street. And you can find other podcasts with people that are like-minded, people we endorse, people we like working with, people
Yes.
such as Bill Burr. You might have heard of him. He's got a podcast.
He's all right.
He's all right. Al Madrigal, Guys in Minivans. Is that what that was
No,
called?
minivan men. Jesus.
The Guys with the Vans. Check out that podcast. Jackie Cation, Dork Forest, very funny as well. Ari Schaffer, good friend of ours, has a podcast. So check out allthingscomedy.com and find some shit you like. If you don't like this, go there. You'll find something you like.
You'll find something you like. You'll get the Bone Zone.
Oh, the
perhaps.
Bone Zone's a good one, yeah.
Yeah, Baron Von's there. It's super fun, and you can see where people are performing live.
Yes.
So you can get their live
Our
dates.
calendars
We
and
love all
such.
things comedy. So let's do this in honor of our very special guest today, who she grew up rough. She started
She did.
comedy in a very rough city, and this you might remember the movie that was made about her comedy career. This is just a clip from that before we get started. So happy to be here.
Don't you worry, Rabbit. I got your back. Don't fuck with us, bitch. Hold on. Shut your bitch ass up. Get that dog. Hey, yo, Dave, get off me, man.
Wow.
Yeah! You wanna fuck with us, huh? Fuck with us, yeah? Shut up. What the fuck are you doing, man? Where did you get that shit? It's my mom. Man, put that shit away, dog, before you fucking kill somebody. Papa Dog had one. Put it away.
Man, put that down. Come on, Cheddar.
Okay, all right. Fuck, man. Oh, shit. Fuck. Let's get out of here. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. We gotta get him to a hospital, y'all. Keys, where the keys? Where the keys? Get the fucking car.
Who is Randy?
Don't bring anyone mother into this.
Your mom in the fucking stand.
Welcome to your mom's house with Tom Segura. And
Christina Pajitsky.
welcome to your mom's house.
God, you grew up so hardcore.
Yeah. Fuck the police.
Wow. You still feel
Man.
that
You
way?
know what I'm saying?
Was that after a show? Like, what happened there?
Yeah, I always get real jacked up after a show. Like, my adrenaline's pumping, you know?
Uh-huh.
And by the way, that beat, that is all, like, when I drove here today, that's playing in my head.
Always.
So
the movie was very accurate.
yeah. What movie is that again?
It's 8 Mile.
8
This
Mile?
is you're essentially
Oh,
this
yeah.
is Mary Lynn Rajskub, in case anybody isn't aware at this point. And she is like the Eminem of stand up because she too grew up in Detroit, Michigan. In a very tough neighborhood.
I'm
And
really afraid to perform just like Eminem.
would you have
He was so
excruciating?
nervous because it meant so much to him. It
You
was his
were-
means of survival. He almost didn't do it, you
I
guys.
just
Right.
missed the
but
doctor
then he
call.
had to do it.
Do you
I
wanna-
just
Don't
missed
blame
the
it on me.
doctor call.
Don't blame it on me.
Were you?
Call him on the while you're on.
Did you?
record it.
Did you grow up in 9 Mile?
Sorry, I got to get back.
No, I know, man. It's okay.
I grew up.
9 Mile.
I feel responsible for your doctor call.
It's okay.
South of Detroit is where I grew up.
Oh,
No, so you are like you're hardcore though. I can tell.
I am hardcore.
Like you were like, I want to do comedy, son. When you were like starting out there, and people were like, "You're not ready, B."
And I'm like, yeah, I am. I got tracks. I got jokes. I got to lay down some shit. I got to tell these people what's going on.
That's super hardcore.
It's kind of violent, you know?
Yeah. See,
The way that I come up with jokes is through the pain in my own heart.
see,
wow.
it's really intense.
I knew that.
You nailed that right there. That whole moment was very.
Thanks.
Really real.
I was distracted before, and I'm back now.
Yeah, I see that.
I'm here.
So if you guys don't know Mary Lynn, she's from that show 24. She played Chloe. So it's kind of a big deal. It was kind of a huge
Kind of.
show. And I believe I read on the Wikipedia where it says you're from Detroit. Didn't you win some kind of award
Which
for
one?
that?
Which
Yeah, I
one?
can't. I mean, seriously though, you did, right? That's pretty rad.
Biggest balls.
You know, some Emmys, some Golden Globes. I don't know. The show won. Me
Oh.
personally, a lot of accolades.
How long was that
Had
show
A lot
on?
of hugs from the general public.
How many seasons is that?
8 seasons.
Whoa.
I was on
Wow.
for 5 to 6.
How awesome
pretty
is
rad.
it when like you're on a
7
show?
seasons? I don't know. What's
You don't know
wrong
how
with
many
me.
seasons
I could
you
be
were on?
wrong. Someone will correct me. 8 seasons.
But first of all, there's got to be. I mean, I would never know this, but there's got to be a great moment when you get the call that hey, you booked like a network huge show. No, seriously, like
Yeah.
everybody wants that. Everybody like that's a cool thing. But I'm saying when you get that, you're booked, right? You're like, oh, cool, I'm on the show, and then there you get the call that like, oh, hey, so next season we just got the green light for that. Are
Yeah.
you just that's like.
Yeah, there was a real sweet zone, but it took about 3 years to get there. Until it was about 3 years in where I was like, oh, I'm really on this show.
Oh, really?
I'm really an actor.
Of getting
Yeah, because the first time I got hired, it was like for 4 shows.
Oh, okay.
So I just thought, there, and they wrote me as like the computer nerd who was really annoying and said rude things. And then one of the other characters on the show, this dude Chase, he was going out in the field and he had this baby, but no one knew, like it wasn't explained. And he's like, "Here, hold this." And I put it under my desk, which was real weird for the show to have an odd moment like that. And I was like, all right, they just gave me a baby to put under my desk. Like, I'm not going to last on this show because that's not cool. And like, and then like I was annoying and as a character,
So you're
and
like-
people didn't. So I just never thought it would last, and then it kind of kept building from there. And then they wrote me. Did you ever watch the show?
I only saw I didn't watch it like religiously.
So
I
the
saw
dude
bits and pieces.
Kiefer Sutherland, Jack
I'm sorry,
Bauer.
Queefer Sutherland?
Yes, Kiefer Sutherland. Sorry,
That's
I
how we
mispronounce
call
it
it,
sometimes.
How many packs
in Canada?
How many packs a day does he smoke?
I don't know. That's a good question.
He's a real
many-
One
smoker.
that I should know.
Wait, he smokes cigarettes a lot? Oh, I'm sorry.
God, what are you trying to do?
I
Fucking
I
ruin the
crossed my
set?
legs and I noticed that your sandwich tipped on your scale. I'm sorry.
He has that real.
He smokes a lot?
Yeah, and he has a good
I didn't
smoker's
know that.
voice.
He has a deep, sexy voice.
Yeah.
When my son was a baby, he was like, oh, like looked, like went to his voice.
Really?
Yeah. What was my point?
I don't know.
You were talking about how much he smoked. You said I want to talk about.
No,
him.
you were talking about how much he smoked.
Oh, you okay? the baby under the desk. And
Oh,
you're
I
like,
was just saying.
you thought it would be like a 4-show.
Oh,
kind of
that then they wrote me loyal to Jack, and that I started helping him. So then it was this cool thing that wasn't really planned because I think for the writers, I'm guessing that the year starts and they're like, oh, we need a computer tech, we needed this person, we need this person. So I got plugged into computer tech, which was awesome. And then that shit just got better and better because then they wrote me helping Jack, and then people were like, wait, I thought she was like rude and I didn't like her, but now I love her because she's rude and she's weird, but she's on his side and she's helping my man Jack.
Yeah. So then you're like, yes.
So then it got really cool. Like it made it a more interesting character that wasn't really planned from the get-go.
But you really too. People really loved that character and love you. Like, so Marilyn and I, we did Schenectady, a show called the Pumps and Punchlines Tour, and we met and immediately got drunk together the day we met because we both came in on a red eye and we were tired and we're like, what are we going to do in Schenectady? And we drank. And people respond to her like we were in a restaurant and people are just like, oh my God, I love you. And they just love you. Like I think and it's like they feel like you're part of their family or something. Like they have a really nice
television.
Love of
television.
Yeah.
You're in the home.
You're in their
so
living
they
room.
feel like they know you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's nice.
There's that.
That's very sweet. And most people love that show so much. Either they haven't watched it, and if they have, they're super into it. So it's kind of a really cool once in a lifetime.
My parents, Top Dog,
Yeah?
and Charo they have the DVDs. They're
Really?
huge fans.
Oh my
of
gosh.
24.
Really?
Yeah. Big fans.
Nice.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Tell
Every
them I
season.
said hi.
Yeah.
But can
please.
I tell you why I love
Please.
Mary Lynn even more is that she's part of a comedy generation that like I'm super jealous of. Like you got to be.
We're having a real conversation.
I know.
I thought
Sorry.
you said we were
Well,
going to talk about pee-pee.
We
and
will.
poo-poo.
We'll get there.
We'll get
but
there.
we
No, I
have
like
to
it.
let people know who you are a little. I think
They know who you are.
They know who you are, but
I like it. I like it.
to
I
talk
didn't mean to
about.
interrupt. Go on.
It's but you're part of like the best one of the stand-up generations that I love. I love the Outlaws era, like Sam Kinison, Bill Hicks, all those guys.
You're 63, right?
And then Mary Lynn's, which is like it was her and like David Cross, Janine Garofalo.
It's
like,
the coolest. You're from the cool comedy
it's
club, man.
The best. It's like one of the coolest pockets of stand-up. So I'm super jealous that I didn't get to be a part of that.
I don't know what happened. I was doing performance art in San Francisco, and the comedy clubs were closing. So there was like the Brainwash Cafe. And
What
all
year is
these-
this?
This is 94, I guess.
Okay.
94 to 96. I guess I moved to LA in 96. But I
Okay.
was going to art school in San Francisco, and I would go to all these open mic poetry nights, and the comedians started kind of going to these poetry nights and stuff. And it just kind of blew my mind. Like I saw, Patton Oswalt or Blaine Capatch take the stage at an open mic poetry night, and you're just like, what is going on? Because there's somebody that so knows their own voice and their own persona that was really cool. So I was doing like open mic poetry, and people would laugh at me, but I didn't know why they were laughing.
Really, you didn't know?
No, because I didn't grow up thinking, oh, I can tell jokes or I'm thinking of anything. But anyway, then I moved to LA to do some live shows. And then it was all those people were doing live shows in LA at that time. Yeah, it was cool.
That's I love it.
It was the best.
And then you were on Mr. Show, which is like probably
Crazy,
comedy
right?
gold.
I
Like,
was so
that's-
happy just to be around. I just like was to jump up and down and be like, hey guys, what's going on? What is
That
everybody
is-
doing? I was just like the greatest.
That's comedy royalty.
Did you know?
That doesn't get any better than that.
Like on that show, because actually, when I first moved to LA, I've moved to LA 10 years ago. Actually, be 11 years, very soon. I remember like I was doing like the Groundlings, and
You did?
yeah.
Nice. Did you graduate?
I did like.
Do you have a lot of characters?
I can do voice. I can just jump into any voice at
Yes,
any moment.
and.
I'd like to do a couple for you.
Okay.
And do you have an agent? Maybe I could give you a tape.
Sure.
Wait, could you give
Will
it
you
to
drop
Kiefer
it off?
Sutherland? Are you friends with him?
Yeah,
Could
guys.
you call him right now, and I could do it for the two of you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's home right now. That's your.
It's one of the guys. This guy on the street.
Wow.
Oh, God. Yeah, it sounded like a guy in the street.
You could be. I could be cast like any guy on the street. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you work? Do you have any director friends we could call real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Let's get him on the phone.
Okay. Scorsese? Should I just call him up?
Yeah. So, but as I'm doing the groundling stuff,
I'm up for a part right now, but it's of a girl. Maybe I could see if they wanted a guy.
What if I went
could switch it?
What if I went like, oh hey, this is Tom.
Wow.
Or,
that's cool.
Close your eyes. Does it sound like a woman when he does that?
It's Mary Lynn calling back about my part. Did I book it or what?
Wow.
I fucking hate that bitch.
I thought I did really good right there. Again, all fucking
you guys
day.
are ruining the show with all the coughing.
But I rented that's when people would go to stores and rent DVDs. I rented every episode, every season of Mr. Show, and it blows your mind,
So
the
good.
level of writing. And like,
I gotta watch it.
it's
Kills
so
me.
good. Have you not seen it for real? Did you not watch it?
Well,
I know sometimes people on shows don't watch the
no,
show
here's
they're
my
on.
disclaimer. Because I was in the first 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And I was dating David Cross, and then we
Really?
broke up.
Okay.
So I just didn't watch anything after
Oh, that makes sense.
Of course.
So when I see people who are Mr. Show fans, I'm like, it's in my heart that first 2 years because I just lived it and loved it.
yeah.
And then, but I'm really not familiar with the whole, everything.
We only like the first 2 seasons.
First 2
Everything
seasons.
else
I'm
is
talking
shit.
about.
Fucking kicked
There's my
ass.
lady.
Other seasons were horrible.
But you know what I
who?
mean? Like I feel very, very close to it. But then in another way, there's so much stuff that I haven't watched that I would love to go back and.
Now you didn't do after the 2 seasons because of I think what I'm seeing here is like a lot of anti-Semitic remarks that you made, right, on the lot or
And
something.
she wrote that sketch that was like the N word's awesome.
Yeah.
And she just kept saying that.
What's wrong with Hitler?
Well, I'm in
Was it-
people's
Right.
faces, with different. That I'm known for being in people's faces with my strong opinions about stuff. Yeah, I'm kind of a killer like
Hit
that.
him in the face, knock your teeth out.
I do a lot of punching. And
Will you guys
I
talk?
can't even say the word punching convincingly.
Will you guys talk for a moment while I call my doctor?
Yeah, please. Tommy's got to call his doctor. His AIDS is flaring up today.
Seriously?
What? Why? You don't want them to know that you have AIDS?
It's super rude.
No, Tommy's still sick, you guys. He got sick. He had to cancel shows in Vegas. And now
You don't cancel shows in Vegas.
You never. Have you ever done Vegas, Marilyn?
No, girl. Come on. What do you think this is?
So awful.
I might get punched in the face.
So I know. Okay, I don't.
I'm just now venturing out into the general public with my wares, with my comedy wares.
Can you believe that? I
had to learn how to say a theme clearly. Like I have to learn how to say a full sentence of here's what I'm talking about, people of the
Right.
world. Otherwise, everyone gets confused and
now,
they get upset.
Is that really your fault, or is it? Like I said, you came up in the time when your generation of stand-ups. There's a lot more leeway in terms of the audience was more patient. I think you guys. You developed at a time when
you think?
People, yeah, absolutely. I think that people were.
What do you
more
think's
apt to
happening
listen.
now?
It's the YouTube 30 seconds. You got 30 seconds to win somebody over, because that's all their attention spans are. It's quick, get in, get out. And not only that, you're entertaining drunk people. Drunk people are not the same as patient.
Right.
Sober.
Yeah, I think there was that line that was being blurred. And in some ways, some people can still, I don't know, if people know you and they come to see your show.
Right.
I don't know. There is a line that can be blurred from time to time between a theater. And I saw you the other night. Remember, we went to that show and it was interesting because you're like, okay, I'm in LA and I'm doing this theater show that's not a comedy club.
Right.
So you go in and out of that.
When people, may not necessarily know you as a stand-up because of 24, right? They don't know that you have this great comedy background.
Right.
So then they show up and they're like, why aren't you fighting crime? And you're like,
yeah, no, it's interesting. It's interesting because I have a way of speaking that's not necessarily the most direct. And then on top of that, people see me, they recognize me from that show. So I kind of stack against myself in a way.
Right.
Of why is she here and what is she talking about?
You know what's so funny? Sorry, I have to go back to what we were just talking about. How you said you're doing that show, Mr. Show, and then you break up with David Cross, and then you can't watch the show. I've totally had that happen where I was on Chelsea Lately for a while, and then I wrote on the show, and then I got fired, and then You can't watch the fucking show after you're not after you're no
You know
longer.
too much.
It takes a while.
It's not even you know too much. It's part of you when you're there. I mean, if you're invested in something,
right,
you care about it.
Like for a while, I couldn't even see Chelsea Lately in the guide, the channel guide. Like when I was flipping through, and you know when you see it, and like your heart, you just, like you just want to throw up a little.
God.
Now I can do it. Now I won't watch an episode still. But I can see the title without physically having like a reaction. Oh, it's so funny. It's just weird when your life is public and that happens to you. You know what I mean?
I loved you on that show, by the way.
You did not.
Well, I've seen a couple clips.
Not. You're sweet.
You're amazing.
Well, thank you. I am amazing. I can't wait for you to do stand up on the road with me.
It's gonna get crazy. Shit, it's gonna get crazy. We're gonna be juicing.
Can I tell you that I really enjoyed you? So, like I said, Marilyn and I, we met in Schenectady, and we were both
at
on
6 a.m.
at
after
6
the red
a.m.
eye.
We're both taking red eyes, and of course, they send a guy to come pick us up who has the social skills of a bag of potatoes, and it's what they always send. The club will always send some guy. You know what I mean? Like Rick with 2 Ks or whoever it is with no social skills whatsoever.
You're like, am I getting in the right car, or do you have something to do with the theater? Okay, cool.
Yeah, we're in this van, and the guy is like not talking about anything or talking to us. And that was it. We're in Schenectady. And so we decided to go on a daytime drunk, right?
Yeah. We had a special bonding. I don't even know how to describe it. Just being in that car and not being able to talk because you've been on a red eye, but just immediately, hey, so Schenectady. I don't know. It's just like,
yes,
you know.
And it was a weird neighborhood. It was they put us in a hotel kind of in downtown. There's a lot of zombies and riffraff.
Freezing. Zombies are circling the hotel.
Right. So we went on a good daytime bender. I fell asleep for 4 hours, and we woke up and we did that show. And that's the show where there was a woman in the audience talking during your set.
And you kicked your ass.
And that's the first time I ever really physically wanted to kill somebody at a show. Like I've gotten.
Why?
I know it's interesting, and it's funny because I talked to my shrink about this after it happened. I was like, I almost fucking choked this cunt out, and she says because I was being protective of you. Oh, isn't that sweet?
Oh my god,
your new friend is a psychopathic. No, I had like a mama wolf visceral reaction to this fucking broad. She was chatting and she had her phone up and her face was all lit up and she was like, and I turned around and I was like, shut up. Just be quiet, be quiet. And I didn't say it nicely.
I almost wished it didn't even disturb me from the stage. I almost wish it had, because then I would have. I love knowing that you were going to kick some ass for me. It's really
have you ever had a heckler? Have you ever had somebody that you just saw red and you wanted to murder them?
Yeah.
Did you ever act on it? Like yell at them, cuss them out? Because I don't see you being.
No, not really. Usually the heckling is more in the form of they think, what's wrong with her? Or like, is she okay?
Why?
I don't know, because I just get weird and then I get weirder.
Right.
And I just freak people out. Usually before heckling, there's a world of where people are still watching me.
Right.
You know what I mean? But they're like, what? What is she? Why did she? Where it's just gone somewhere it shouldn't go.
Well, because you came from like a performance art background, right? So,
which what I'm saying is I get the attention, which is almost better than, when people are just talking, you've just like, in a way, I'm like, all right. I don't have them in laughter, but I'll get weird with it. Oh, let me make you feel bad then. Let me go there with it. That's how my rage manifests.
Are you angry? Do you think it comes from anger?
I think so, but it's learning how to get it out, because I internalize everything and act like, hey, welcome back. Oh, but I recently, I will say, this isn't like a on the road heckling story, but I was at this coffee shop show, and did I tell you this? There was this white, young, gay guy in the front row, and I was doing this thing about being a mom and my kid being on his iPhone, which is, so he interrupts and he's like, really, your kid has a phone? And I was like, excuse me? And then I finished what I was saying, and I just zeroed in on him, and it was super fun, because I was like, what why don't I drop my kid off when he gets up around 6? Is that good for you? You planning on going out tonight? And I just like railed and was like, and then we'll do this. And then you don't, no phone, no iPad. Like I just was seeing white, and I looked at him and he was like kind of scared because he thought, he was going to judge me about giving my kid a phone.
So it's more about like, how dare you judge my parenting skills? Like, fuck you. Why are you
like, where is
critiquing?
that? Yeah. Where is that coming from that you're going to tell a mom to not have an iPhone for their,
Yeah.
am I right?
You know what's interesting? You might be the first mom we've had, a real mom in your mom's house. I think
I know. I
Felicia
suddenly
Michaels-
just felt self-conscious about even going into that. I
Wow.
could tell that. Why am I even talking about
Why? You can
mom
talk about
stuff?
your mom stuff. But this is your mom's house. This is all we know.
That's all we
Guys,
know.
thanks.
This is a parenting.
But yeah,
thing.
you have a kid, you give him an iPhone. That's just a part of life.
Sure.
I don't even know how you don't
6
think
months.
that's going to
Wait
happen.
till they're 6 months, probably.
Yeah,
2
Something like
weeks.
that.
something like that.
2 weeks.
Put that iPad
But like, there's shit
right
to
in
do
their
on
face.
there. There's
what my
there's
sister did.
games. There's reading things. There's
Did you tell her?
No, so
When my
my
sister,
God.
who our listeners are familiar with, I have two sisters.
Maria.
But Maria's like, when she had her son, who is 11 months now, when he was 3 weeks old, she was like, oh my God, Weston loves the iPad. And I was like, what do you mean?
okay. You don't give a kid an iPad
And
at 3 weeks old. I take back my whole defense.
I go, what do you mean? She goes, he loves like images moving and colors. And I was like, I don't think he has actual developed vision yet.
No.
And she was like, no. And she showed me, she would hold the iPad
Yeah.
like in front, and he was like, like totally thrown, like, what's going on?
Overstimulated.
Why? Oh, totally overstimulated. Yeah. And like freaking out. And she's like, he loves that. He fucking loves that.
Oh no.
You know what she said too?
Now I feel bad.
Weston's favorite foods are salmon, Asiago, what is it? Manchego cheese.
Manchego cheese, and he
Arugula
loves
salad.
a spinach salad.
That's what a 1-year-old. That's the favorite food of a 1-year-old.
Yeah.
That's not what your kid eats. It's
Oh
6.
no.
When she said salmon, I was like, "You're feeding this kid who's like, just like he's just."
I didn't have salmon till I was 21 years old.
Yes, I agree.
He just drinks boob and maybe like a little bit of he picks up. But she's like loves salmon, and I was like, right. And then she goes, "Yeah, manchego cheese." And I was like, really? Like he has like a refined taste of different cheases. She's like,
His palate
totally.
is that developed at 1.
Should we? Yeah, I think we should. I want you to meet Maria, who unfortunately she's not here, but we got to call her yesterday.
Okay.
And right now, she's at my parents' place, so we gave her a call and we asked her. She's got quite a relationship with Starbucks. She goes often, and
That's an understatement.
right. And she's very demanding.
Demanding.
She's very specific drinks. Here, just
No,
this
but
is,
I don't think she does the call order. Have you ever worked at Starbucks, Marilyn?
I've worked at a Seattle's Best Coffee.
Okay. I don't know if they have a call order, but at Starbucks, double tall, non-fat, soy, half-calf drip. Like there's a call thing. So her drinks are like, I want a double half-calf. Oh, okay. Okay, good. So she can hear it.
What do you mean that you say it in a certain order?
They teach you at Starbucks Academy. That's where I went to school.
You did?
Yeah.
In my face.
Summer of
I didn't go to
1999.
an academy.
They speak their own language.
Yeah, it's like,
You order it, and then they go rusty noodles on the side.
right.
Fire them up.
They put it in the proper
order.
Got it. Thanks for the breakdown.
I have 3 beverages. If it's, I will. The morning before noon, it is a single bag venti with awake tea with 3 inches of steamed soy and foam, 3 raw sugars, and then you add later 3 spun nuts and vanilla powder. 1 bag. If afternoon, it's summer, then I do a venti decaf soy, sugar-free caramel frappuccino light, but with extra drizzle and easy whip. Must be the drizzle, not the syrup. And if it's afternoon and fall or winter, then I do a single bag coffee in a venti cup with 3 raw sugars, 3 inches of steamed soy and foam, and then topped off with 3 spun nuts and vanilla powder. But
That is so ridiculous.
So imagine if you're used to like, I'll have a small drip or give me a soy latte.
It's not small, it's tall.
Right, tall. And then this animal walks in and is like, I want a triple fucking thing. And you're like, what? So that's what she puts Starbucks people through. But in her neighborhood, she lives in Chicago. They know her now. Like they walk in, they're like, everybody get back to work. Like they know what's happening. So she's visiting my parents
Get
now.
back to work like they've all stopped to look at her.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, guys, calm down.
You guys are in awe of the Maria, but get back to work. Now we called her last night and we asked her how Starbucks is going at a different location where maybe they're not used to such a demanding order. And she has some very choice words. So what's it like at the house?
Sure. Complete and utter chaos. Complete and utter chaos.
What's going on?
Complete and utter chaos.
What's happening?
What is happening?
Yeah.
It's like a Chinese person in Mexico with, some sloggy people that came to go fishing. And that's the constant state it is here.
What
do you fun.
What?
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean?
It's complete and utter chaos. It's fun though. It's a lot of fun. It is chaos here. I love it though.
But what's chaotic? Is like, you mean like mom and dad in the house, or what's going on?
Yeah. Oh, no. Yes, Daddy.
Is mom making you nuts?
Oh, my God.
She can't even
Oh,
talk.
my God. Tom, okay, so I walked in here and it looked like we were robbed. I'm like, what happened? I'm like, I'm wrapping presents. I'm like, in the entire house, and it looks like there's 27 right now unrolled things of toilet. It looks like, first of all, it looks like someone moved in or moved out because you can't park any of the cars in the garage. They're full of empty boxes that someone stole apparently of the Christmas ornaments and then wrappings. There's also two of these comforters because.
And I didn't fast forward. This is how her normal speaking voice and rate. Just so if you're like, hey, can you slow it down? That's just how she
They
talks.
smell like dead animals, and we can't figure out what the smell of them, but they stink. So instead of burning them or throwing them away, we're just keeping them in the garage to see if they I don't know if the smell goes away or what, but they're sitting there right now. One on dad's car, the other one's on the floor.
Yeah, that's
I
not
And the
understand every
dining
word.
table is covered with just broken ornaments and a bunch of tissue paper and stickers and wrapping things. The kitchen, as usual. It literally everywhere.
She cut out that.
Chaos. It's fun. It's always fun here. It's full of surprises of joy.
Maria, but how
we
have
go.
you been going to Starbucks every day?
Oh my God, that has been a big sacrifice and adjustment I've had to make. I'll tell you that much. I deserve an award for this.
Why? Because there's not one there?
Well, the closest one's 5 miles away. Do you have any idea what a project it is to get there? And half of them there. Okay, another saintly gesture on my part, thank you very much, is that I've been very, very calm in dealing with these Starbucks people. First of all, okay, there's a total Starbucks Nazi, which I don't understand why she works there, because she hates people. She hates herself. She's been there for years, and Starbucks has been at Target. She's like the really ugly, man woman, kind of apish looking, with the hair that goes down her ass, right? And every time I go and order there, she looks at me like I'm asking her, can I please have a gun and shoot you with it? I mean, that's the same reaction I get out of her. But I go there with a smile, like, hi, how are you? Happy holidays, and it's great. And she just looks like she's about to vomit. But I go in the morning, I place 4 orders, so I have enough to last me for a little bit, and then that's the end. And then the rest of the day, I suffer. I just don't have
What does 4 orders?
She suffers.
And then she has to just have them throughout the day.
She rations out the 4 drinks
Right.
throughout the course of the day.
Yeah, that's tough. I like how she expects the person to be overjoyed to see her when she is aggressively going in there with some fucked up thing.
Right.
But she's the saint who doesn't acknowledge what is she saying is a violent act against
Right.
people.
Right.
Is an assault. Maybe not a violent act of words. Verbal
Yeah.
assault and
Yeah.
emotions. And she wants people to be like, hey, happy holidays. You're supposed to just embrace her no matter what.
She wants the order, the crazy order that you heard, to be met with I would love to make that for you, because
Yeah.
that's what she
Right.
is now accustomed to
In
her own
Chicago.
neighborhood.
Right.
So when people are like,
my ass hurts.
"What did you just order?" She's like, "Fucking seriously."
Do I have to say it again?
Yeah. Yes. And here she has a little more to say. A new, somebody who doesn't know you think when they hear your Starbucks order. When she hears your initial order, is she like, what? What did you just say?
Is this for real? And she's like, this is very unusual. I don't know if we can do that. I'm like, but you can do it because you do it everywhere else. So you can do it.
Wait, you do 4 drinks at once?
Because it's so far away. I don't have to come back, and I can go in the freezer and I can reheat the cheese.
Yeah, you got a breakthrough moment right there.
An aha moment, as Oprah would say.
Yeah. Marilyn was just like, "Oh shit!"
So she's asking for not one ridiculous drink; it's 4 at a time.
4 at a time.
It's confusing.
I don't do my afternoon ones at all. I just suffer for it, and then feel.
That is so great, Maria.
You have no idea.
4 drinks at once.
So wait, but you have to deal with this woman. Did you like have an interaction with her? Like, did you explain to her?
I have to deal with her every day. Oh my God, she's so angry. I mean, I really don't understand why Starbucks would, her. I kind of want to secretly record her and send her to the corporate and be like, do you understand who's turning away business? Because she's an angry individual.
Yeah,
like,
you should.
I should. I know I should. I definitely should. I mean, she's so angry. And then, oh my God, listen to this shit. Then the woman's working, and there's another one of her little helpers that comes along, and I'm trying to place my order, and they get distracted. They can only do one thing. They can barely do one thing at once.
Sounds like a DC to me. She has terms for certain employees, Marilyn.
Ooh.
DCs are dumb cunts, and LCs are lazy cunts.
Yes.
Happy holidays.
This kid's like, oh man, he's on his phone when I'm trying to place my order. And he should be taking my beverage, but instead he's on his phone, and he's like, "What's that?" Okay, he's like,
everyone should be serving me all the time.
Someone broke in my parents' house. I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, man, someone broke in. They stole my brother's iPad." So that just delays the whole. Everybody is a delayed situation when I go there to order my beverages. Not to mention, you're in Vera, it's another 10 minutes. But now the entire Starbucks congregation that works there, because there's 8 people working at this time to make my one order. 4 orders, but still, it's not one order from a person.
Is there a Starbucks where 8 people are actually working?
I don't think that exists.
I don't know.
Talking about
I love
it.
Exaggeration.
How someone broke into his parents' house because they live on a farm. They took his brother's iPad and his class ring. And the woman's like, "You need a gun. You should get a gun. Everyone should have a gun." I was like, I'm only going to get a gun and fucking shoot you all, but I'm not going to do that. That would be wrong. I'm going to wait in line, say something,
take it there.
Drink.
Sexy.
But no, I have to sit there and wait for angry, monkey woman to yell at the little monkey boy about how they should have guns because his parents would be robbed, and then be like, "Excuse me, I'm still waiting for my beverage." I do it very nicely, very, very patient. No idea about the anger that's floating inside of me.
Yeah.
The rage I could execute on them.
Yeah, they don't.
25 minutes later. And then, but of course, they don't do here. They don't generously leave the little sprinkle comments. I like, I love my vanilla powder on my beverages.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait, they don't have the sprinkle things?
They do, but they just keep them on the counter because they're too lazy to refill them once they've been emptied.
Because maybe they don't realize that the woman in front of them is absolutely fabulous.
Right. So I said, "Excuse me, does you have vanilla powder?" If it's not there, we don't have it. I'm like, "Well, you always have it. So you probably have a container full underneath your stock situation here, because I know you guys keep it there, or behind there." And I don't say you guys are being this lazy shits because you're in Bureau, but you probably have it somewhere.
Oh my God.
Dude, I know exactly the Starbucks that you're talking about. It's in the Target. I've been there. No, they totally lollygag.
In the back.
Yeah,
I'm like, fine, then I'll wait.
It sucks.
Go in the fucking back, open the box. And
It's a lower. It's a lower. You say what? You say go in the back and what?
Go in the back and get out of the fucking box. You have a box of it back there. Don't be lazy. Open the fucking box. You take your fucking scissors, use your pudgy fucking monkey hands, cut the box open, cut a hole in it, and pour it in the goddamn bottle.
And there you go.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas from Maria.
Happy New Year.
Couldn't be better, right?
Yeah.
We got her to talk about Starbucks, got her fired up. That's what the listeners like, Marilyn, when Maria gets fired up.
I like it too.
Yeah.
She's full of the spirit.
I feel like she has 2 modes. It's either fired up, or when she first started the call, she's lost in like the details of like, it's crazy, it's chaos, and there's wrapping paper, and then she gets real, get your fucking pudgy hands in you, it's either da-da-da-da-da, or it's, and then this is happening. She's trying to get it together.
You got it.
The only time she feels like she's got it all together is when she's angry and railing at somebody.
That's true. And
she's not being served.
That's right.
Good
and
work.
she usually, what she likes to do is is she will be very pleasant to. I've been with her and she's like, yeah, okay, and very pleasant to the people. Oh my gosh, do you think you could add a little bit of the sprinkles to that?
She seems fun at a party.
Oh, so much fun. And then when you leave, she's like, can you believe what a fucking dumb cunt that bitch was? And I'm like, yeah. And then it all comes out. Yeah.
So she would never. Well,
not to the person. No. She wouldn't.
But she does have her moment of, what do you mean you don't know what the drink is? But she never takes it.
She doesn't take. No, she wouldn't like. She wouldn't express that anger to the individual. She'd be like, I think you can make it because you guys have made it before. Like that kind of stuff. Or she's also, if you go to a restaurant with her, she's always a menu changer. She's really into the culinary arts. And she'll be very much like, they'll be like,
right.
Yeah, so it's salmon and we have some carrots and peas on the side. She's like, do you think you can make it like a halibut and then do some steamed spinach and a little bit of so use some olive oil and just bake it instead of put it on the grill. And they'll be like, that's not on the menu. And she's like, I think you could do it. And like, they'll do it. And they'll be like, all right. And she'll be like, I worked in the business. I kind of know what I'm talking about. And then they'll go
like it.
Cook.
She's challenging people to be better, really.
She really is.
About it.
And you know what's interesting is that your father, her father, Top Dog, has the same relationship with McDonald's coffee. Remember the drive-through at McDonald's? He didn't like a certain server there, and he wrote a letter to corporate. And then the corporate, didn't they answer him? They remedied the situation.
Yeah. So you're boycotting McDonald's?
Yeah, well, I love their coffee. In fact, it's the best coffee.
Right.
But they've gone to 2 drive-through lanes.
Yeah.
And so what happened is, timed it, that the lanes, the other day it took me 13 minutes to get my coffee through the drive-thru.
Yeah.
And because even though they have 2 lanes, they don't process it as fast as they should. So from a customer point of view, it's actually taking longer. And I talked to them about that.
And what do you do when you talk to them? How have you talked to them?
Well, I call the 1-800 McDonald's number in Illinois, and they're very nice, and they I think they're generally concerned, but I've noticed this and a couple other. So now I go to McDonald's that have single lines, not.
So you're not, but you said you were boycotting.
Well, I'm not really boycotting. What I'm doing,
but you're boycotting the dual lane.
Dual lanes. Yeah.
Dual lane McDonald's do not get your business.
Dual lane McDonald's don't get my business. I only go to single lane McDonald's.
There you go. There you go. So yeah, it's in the family.
Apparently,
I need to find a company to express my anger.
I don't know if I've seen a dual lane McDonald's. Am I an idiot?
They're out there. Absolutely. It's the kind, you pull in and you can go on both sides and
whoa.
Yeah. And he's letting you know, not the same level of service.
You think with Maria, you can acquire a lot of those Starbucks products for your own home. For instance, now you can buy their teas.
Can you imagine making what she asks for?
Yeah, it's
she
only
couldn't even make it
bags.
herself. For God's sakes, let me talk to her. Have you tried making your drink? We should have a Dr. Phil face-off. Now Maria, you order and you make it, Maria.
Maria, I won't talk to you about this drink you're ordering.
She'd be like, I'm not trained, but I don't work there. I don't know what you're trying to.
I'm willing to pay my money, and you should give me.
I pay.
You tell me the total,
service.
and I pay for it.
We should send her to Starbucks Academy. It's only a week-long process, 75 hours, and then you're a trained barista. That's what it took me.
Here's my Starbucks when I get a latte. And they don't put foam. It's just milk all the way to the brim. And it's like...
You like the foam.
Well, what's the point of a latte? You're just putting espresso and warm milk.
Right now.
And you're getting it, and it's like, take your time.
Your inner Maria is coming out.
Yeah.
That's your Maria.
There it is.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And Maria's also very hard on those who don't add the foam. I want the fucking foam.
Yeah. What's the point of me going to Starbucks? You're not going to put a
little foam on
my drink.
You like soy milk?
I used to do that years ago.
And now?
But you don't really get... The foam is different. Non-fat milk, you're going to get the right foam. But, I'm very complimentary when I get the foam. Right, Starbucks Academy?
Well, non-fat milk produces the best foam.
Right.
They teach
Smaller,
you that.
tiny bubbles.
They teach you that at the Starbucks Academy. When you steam the milk, they recommend non-fat.
You get it too hot, you've heated it too many times, you're not going to get the foam.
Right.
Can I tell you what really puts my nuts in a pinch? Is when you go to Starbucks summertime or just whenever and you ask for an iced beverage, iced latte, iced coffee, and they put 5 cubes of ice in there.
That's
and
not enough ice.
Hey man, I thought we agreed on
Really?
an
I've never
iced drink.
seen that.
No,
It's not enough.
And then I put the straw in and it's like, dude, could you load this up with ice? And they're like, sure. and they'll give me like 5 more. I'm like, hey man, is there an ice shortage? Are we in London right now? Why are you fucking around?
Right.
The Europeans always fuck you on the ice. I don't know what's going on.
They're not into ice. They haven't had an ice revolution.
Why is that? Do you know
they're
about
just
that?
Not into it.
In Italy,
it's old world. The
When
old
we
world
went-
didn't have ice. They
I
didn't
went
have it.
to not Milan, Naples, right? Napoli, excuse me.
Oh boy.
And lunch, and I was like, asked for a Coke. Can I get a cup of ice? And they literally, it was like I asked, do you guys have elephant's feet here?
Right.
Like they were
Yeah.
like, what are you talking about, man? And it became an ordeal where they're like, we'll go get some.
Well, there aren't nearly as many soda fountain places there, for one
No,
thing. And
no.
they just never had the ice revolution that we had.
I want an answer. I want people to answer us. If there are Europeans listening, and I know there are, we got the numbers. We can see the downloads.
Well, I will tell you, in the Hungarian household, we did not have ice. I grew up drinking all my beverages room temperature, and I prefer it that way.
That is a
better
communist.
for your body.
Better for your
body.
body.
What about the
communist way of
warm room
thinking.
temp beer
That's right.
in a pint?
In the UK, that's right. I like it. I prefer. I don't
If you
like
go
cold ice.
to all like vegan restaurants here in town, and you ask for water, you always get room temperature.
I
It's-
like a room temp water. I'm not
It's
gonna
always fun to ask for ice though, because they're like, you're ruining your body. All right.
Yeah, right.
You're
No,
not going to digest.
Marilyn, you keep a pretty healthy diet. You're juicing like we do. We juice as well. Your dumps must be very productive.
Is this the part where we talk about our poopy that you were talking about?
Next stop, Brown Talk. Brown Talk coming up. You've been warned.
There you go, Mary Lynn, the full treatment.
Has there ever been anyone who has that you haven't talked to about poop, or who doesn't want to talk about their poop?
Oh, a lot that don't want to.
Really?
They get very upset.
Or they just don't. They're not into it. Like Paul F. Tompkins, wonderful guest.
Oh, he's the
I
best.
feel like it wouldn't have been appropriate with it. It's like you're cool.
You just didn't even go there.
Well, no, we did play a call of my dad and mom talking, and my dad loves Brown Talk, and my mom hates it. And he was like, I side with your mother. And
Yeah.
he was very like, this is disgusting. Very like not into it, which was fine.
Right.
But we've had people who are like, oh my God. And like, yeah.
Finally, someone's talking to me about it.
Yeah, or like, can we please wrap this shit up? Like, I don't want to talk about this. But you do seem very healthy, nice complexion. Can
My
tell.
skin has been doing great from
Amazing.
the juicing, and I will say that first day I had
Amazing.
a powerful bowels
Okay.
moving,
Nice.
but it hasn't been quite the. I'm wondering what's going on.
Well, because
It's been in fits and starts.
You're not getting the fiber if you're juicing. That's the one we discussed this in my kitchen. The drawback is that you're not getting the fiber. It's getting juiced out.
Wait, we did not discuss this.
Yeah,
I think
'cause-
you said that in your head and you didn't say it
I'm
out loud.
sorry. Yeah,
Tell me everything.
when you juice, it takes all the good fiber out of the vegetables.
Oh, we discussed that.
You gotta eat the
But then
fiber.
you're saying
Put the fiber back in somehow in your diet.
interesting.
Now, do you wipe down?
What are you talking about?
What do you mean? I mean, everybody knows how to wipe.
So what are you asking me right now?
Do you wipe down?
Who doesn't wipe down? What kind of a question is that? I don't know what you mean. What did you mean? Do I have a bidet?
Do you wipe down?
You have a bidet? Really?
No, we did in our old house. I didn't use it.
You had one and you,
Yeah.
you spit in the face of the bidet?
Yeah, every once in a blue moon, I'd be like, I haven't used that in like a year. I should try it.
Wow.
That's another European thing
Yeah,
that didn't
yeah.
carry over.
Yeah.
No, it seems amazing. It's not in my.
I always felt like the squatting over while your pants are down was weird, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that how you're supposed to do
how
it?
do you do that?
How are you supposed to do it?
It is nice to know it's all clean now. That
yeah.
you're,
Oh, I love
that
it.
Well,
you're
now they
giving it a
make,
rinse.
there's toilets now that'll do it. Very expensive toilets that are heated
Japanese.
seats. Press the button, it goes right up in your, and then everything's,
Plays music,
yeah, it's clean, nice.
wipe out
Fresh.
place, like on Space Mountain.
I like that.
I would love to have a bidet.
I want like a $10,000 toilet. I think that'd be
So
awesome.
do I.
you guys?
No, but
For
did you
Christmas.
pull your pants all the way down to use the bidet, or you take your pants off? How do you?
Just pull down to the ankles.
and you just
squat.
You hover over.
Yeah,
it.
you hover.
That's the design flaw because I don't have strong thigh muscles. I feel that it would be.
You would just fall into the
I'd
bidet.
dip into the bidet.
That is a good point because it's just kind
What
of
do
a
you squat?
thinner lip than the
You're welcome.
toilet.
What do you squat?
Squat.
I bet there are bidets where you fully sit and it squirts. That makes
I'd like
more
that.
sense. That makes more sense.
Makes
like
much
that.
more sense.
Although maybe you're not spread as much as you need to be if you're sitting.
Oh,
You know, the squatting gives you the ability to really get in there.
Oh, see that now that makes sense.
So if I'm juicing a lot, but I'm not eating fiber, what is the juice actually doing?
Nutrients, micronutrients, but the fiber is lacking, and that's why you gotta
Well,
supplement.
what does that dude with the sick, fat, and nearly dead? Because he's eating a big salad and eating fruits and vegetables.
The salad's what makes you shit.
But I'm drinking the salad.
No, you have to eat it because you have to get that fiber in there. You got to eat it too. That's probably why he eats it too.
Learning lessons.
Learning lessons.
Learning lessons.
Yeah.
But you're very healthy.
Sometimes.
I can see it.
You can?
Yeah. Look at
Well,
those.
thank you.
She is very, very
Wow.
nice teeth.
Nice.
Look at that smile.
Out of here.
What's going on with those teeth?
Don't start with me. I feel like the other shoe's going to drop.
What do you mean?
You're about to pull a gag on me.
No.
You're about to punch me in the
You
face.
have a beautiful smile.
Thank you.
Yeah. Are those real teeth? Are those your real teeth?
Yeah.
And no, because I'm
Well,
saying
you're
I
very
have,
Hollywood.
right.
So,
I mean, you're famous.
yeah.
I have
on-
two fake fronts. Mine are fake. That's why I asked.
No,
'cause
mine
yours
are
look great.
big. I
But they're
wish they
real.
were fake. I mean, they're kind of irregular.
They're very
shaped.
white.
They're really pretty. I
Are they?
like them.
Yeah.
This is a segment we call Dental Updates. Now, because you're new to the show,
Wow, this is intense, you guys.
that's why we have that framed of us with toothbrushes. It's a segment we started very early in the show when Tom and I had to undergo some pretty severe dental work, and we
Both
started
at the same time.
At the same time, I had a root canal, and Tommy had like 12 cavities filled in
Let me
one
see your
week.
teeth.
6.
11,000 cavities in 1 week.
These are pretty nice, right?
Yeah.
No
They look
braces.
great. You guys both have
No,
great
no
teeth.
braces ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Strong stuff. I have a big overbite.
Let's see that. Did you ever have braces or
No,
headgear?
I needed a headgear. I never had it.
You could probably, I don't know if you can fix
It's a big
overbites
overbite.
now. So when's the last time you went to the dentist? And what happened?
A couple weeks ago.
Get out.
I
Really?
hadn't
It's
been
recent.
in a while.
Good
I
for
hadn't
you.
been in like 6 months, but I'm on I was on a regimen of you're really supposed to go every 3 months.
Can I tell you
Good
something?
Lord.
I
it's
got my
been-
husband going.
It's been a year.
Got to get in there.
Yeah.
And I'm a little
we
afraid.
preach it, and here we are
I know.
When's the last time you flossed?
every day.
Thank you for
Okay.
asking. We are both adamant flossers. I have to floss now. Once you get in the habit of it, you can't stop.
Yeah.
It gets gross if you don't when you know what's
Some
going
days when I
on.
don't floss, then I go, "What kind of a mood am I in today?" Because it connects to like there's like a laziness or like I know I did a good brush, but then sometimes I'll step away and go do something else, and then I think, why didn't you want to go there with the flossing right now?
Why?
What's going on?
What's going on inside of you that says,
Exactly.
I don't want to take care of myself.
And then
my
maybe I'll do it
gums."
later or the next day, and I'm like, "Oh, she's back." It's
Okay.
powerful.
It
when
is
you get in there and
powerful.
floss. You
Powerful.
feel different.
Yeah.
Sometimes a little pain
Yes.
from flossing. Sometimes a little pain.
Yes.
Great pain because you know you got in there.
Now, your 2 week ago visit, did you find any problems?
We're doing good. I think I clench, which I refuse to get a mouth guard because I want to correct it holistically. Look, I came out and said it. I don't want to admit that I grind or clench because I'm determined
In your
to
sleep?
be, I'm determined to be like, I am not stressed anymore. I'm
What
better
is-
now.
Does hubby say
You know what? My son, he's 4. My husband has never heard this. I go, did you fucking hear Val? Every once in, and I'm not laying next to him every night, but sometimes you fall asleep by accident or he comes in our bed. And every once in a while he's like,
Oh, no.
Wow.
it's weird.
Does your husband hear you crying?
Where does that come from? No.
No.
I think, I don't know. Maybe I just clench.
I wear a mouth
You
thing.
do? Is it hard to start wearing
It's not
it?
no, not really. I wear one for snoring.
Oh.
A snore
Does it
thing.
help?
Yeah.
It's a dream come
Ruins
true.
our marriage.
What do you mean it ruins our marriage?
Our marriage was almost in ruins a few years ago when you started snoring
More.
a lot.
That's tough
it's
stuff.
Fucking horrendous. And this actually, did save our marriage. Although last night I did hear you through that thing.
But I've been sick.
Yeah.
And when you're
Right.
sick,
Are you?
it's like
You've been humming where you're like,
Yeah, she said the humming's pretty bad.
Oh, I want to kill him, and I want to murder you savagely when I can't sleep. Oh, I love you so much, and then when that happens, I want to stab you 1,000,000 times.
I left the bedroom last night out of just love for you to let you sleep.
Sweetheart.
How did you know you were doing it?
I wasn't. I was awake coughing my fucking balls off. And it was like, I could feel, like you could feel when you're like, oh, this is going to be, like I'm going to cough for the next hour. And I could feel her turning and I was like, I'm just going to get up and leave.
That was sweet of you, babe. I appreciate that.
Guys, love.
I know, I love
Play the love song.
Yeah, here is the love song. Where is it?
Are we going out on this?
No.
It's so cold in the deep. How the fuck do we supposed to keep peace? What's all on a nigga's mind?
What was the D like, really?
It's so cold in
You grew up there, right?
My parents grew up in the city proper, and my mom has memories of its golden era of like the
Auto,
escalators and the department stores and the city being a really cool, exciting place.
It must be hard for them
Well,
to
they left in white flight and they went to the suburbs to
Okay.
bring up their kids. My grandma still lived in the old neighborhood.
But like when they see what happened to the city is really,
Oh yeah.
you know.
Oh, it's beyond heartbreaking. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just kind of weird. Just, people just live with it, you know. I went to art school in Detroit, and we had a class that was
Making
like
out.
all these churches that were in disrepair. We had a class that was to go and document all these details before they were gone. That was the class, and there was another one that was making found sculpture out of trash and metal scraps and stuff.
Oh boy.
Jesus.
It's so cold in the D.
It is so cold.
It was never no complaining being in the deep. It's bad for your health. How the fuck do you post a stack of papers when these niggas want your wealth? It's hard in the deep when you're trying to keep peace.
Does this like really resonate with you?
My nigga, you don't have to worry about them test niggas trying to throw tests that can give you stress.
Can you give us, before we wrap up, can you give us some advice on auditioning?
Yeah, what's your process, Marilyn? Can you walk us through, or just what you'd like to do?
You should go in there angry and ask them, what do you guys have for me?
Oh, I like that.
Oh, that's really good.
Flip the script.
I heard, I think Eddie Griffin one time said that when he auditions, he's like, so when do we shoot?
Yeah.
To imply that like we both know
with
that I
a
got
pointing
this.
finger.
Yeah, when do
guys,
we shoot?
come on. We'll see you on set.
See you on set.
I will say that I learned it took me years to not be angry, and then everybody that's in the room actually wants to help you, because for like the first few years, I'm like, what are they trying to do to me? And that you realize it's all you.
Yeah.
And then the next thing, which is tricky to do, but it's along the lines of see you on set. It's a more tempered version of that. Is you pretend you already have the job,
really,
and that you're just like, hey, this is one thing I'm doing in my day, and I'm just going to show up and do my version of it. And if you guys like it, because
yeah,
so you're just showing up like, hey guys, no prash. I'm just doing my version, and I'll catch you guys later.
So,
but you do have to. Another thing I never used to prepare, which sometimes works, because it's sort of fun and it gets you on edge and it makes you make choices, and you're kind of representing.
You didn't prepare at all.
Not much. Like I never used to memorize, but now I'm realizing that you should just be as comfortable as you possibly can to make it easy for yourself and easy for them. Yeah, I was more. I don't know. I mean, I booked stuff then too.
Right. So that's what
prepared.
I mean. Yeah, that's
because there's something exciting about doing it. Not cold, but I almost never memorized before. Like I would be very familiar with it, but I would still be kind of working off the page, which is not really recommended.
It's not, because that's what I do. I kind of memorize it, but then I look at the page.
Well, yeah, no, I always keep it. I know like some actors they're more comfortable completely memorizing it. But I think you're kind of doing a disservice because then you're
in your head.
Yeah.
You know what to do. You know how to do it.
That was great advice right there.
That was good acting advice for anybody who wants to be in show business. It's an easy job.
Do you have anything else to say to Mary Lynn?
Me?
Yeah, we have to
I
get
just
her out of
love
here.
her so much. I know she has to go to her life and her kids. Thank you so much for coming. I know it was a bit of a trek today, and I just think you're great. Everybody check her out. Do you have a website that people can find you? And
you can go to my Twitter at Rajskub, Rajskub.
Let's say that again.
Rajskub.
R A.
I'm writing it down.
J
S K
U B.
Oh man, you're dancing. That's getting really
sexual
in here. Thank you for
Thanks
coming.
for having me.
Thank
you guys
you.
are a delight.
So much fun.
I love you guys.
Yeah, it was fun.
We'll see you soon, and we'll see you guys out there. Thanks for listening.
Mommy jeans.
Go to yourmomshousepodcast.com. We love you, and in honor of the D, we leave you with this great track from Slum Village. I'm sure you're a huge fan.
We gonna rock them, man, because we got the fresh stuff. You know what I'm saying? One time. JP and you don't. 5T and you don't. Slumville.
I'm on a mission. I hold the pen and stay twisting. In competition, my street cats will stay listening. Detroit to New York, I still walk the walk. Control dance hall, chilling in my b-boy stance, y'all. Never was known to be an MC. I still rip and flip crowds into a frenzy. Reciting fat shit, I incite herbs to bite. Bum rush your mic check, play this only at night. Coincide with the mic, take flight above shores. Word 'em up. I separate minds from yours. I look you up and as I stare in your face, you bit minds on the hum-hum, the one you got your idea from. Yeah, I'm right here, son, and straight out the slum. Making tracks for dough, getting paid to do shows. So when I blow, that niggas respect my flow. Ayo, I'm nice with the pill when I rock with Slumville. So what you want, dog?
Turn it out, y'all. Ain't nothing to it. Beat your ass up like a steak you take. And I'm not the big. Turn it out.
Hey, yo, you want blows? We got tons of them. Pete Slum and Tim trying to bank shit like the Huntington. Get that money and dip. Blast the cash in front of them. Niggas grunting and shit. Saying nothing, I'm done with them. Oh, y'all, peeps ain't got a hold their gun on them. Cause if one of them cats jump, we all jumping in. Believe that. We got something for the some dumb, but we young chewing that don't know what they doing with this rap shit. Rap tactics, automatic, and the fact is, yeah, I know you bored with the whack shit. We got that fat shit, that auto and order track shit. And when you hear, man, I don't know how to act shit.
You know you're gonna get served. Put it up. Get down, let no abuse. Niggas, throw your hands up.
And I'm here, say it. It's like the first we laid the first and now we rock with your P. Just another casualty for the S and the V. It's like action is what we give and receive. Best to believe we got some shit up our sleeve. Some shit to dance to, some shit to the trees. Some shit if you dying it'll help you breathe. We make a handicap, nigga exceed with speed. It's like totally with the rhymes with the V. Doing this for DT and a place to be. Can't forget the rest, R-O-I-T. Mac Nicholas, baby, what else could it be? Please, lace me with some scratch for beat rock.
Joey, from state to state. I'm in to win it from beginning to end.
In the beginning, it was the S, never no name shit. Motherfuckers travel for miles to Mac Nick. We kick rhymes slow that never sound like yours. To the mic, looking like cheap doors. Fuck this rap shit, I'm too smart for that. I do this shit for kicks with my crew. Believe that, the S is on the way to making them cheats quick. I shoot the kind of rhymes that make the MCs duck. On the mic, I never fight, I call an angel of war. Slicing MC with my tongue, a lyrical sword. You really want to battle? You must be ill. Well, it's the S, numero uno. I'm in your favorite, the Negroes make the music that you run out to get. Now this is nevertheless nuclear bomb shit. My Nicholas is earning money on some Mount Vernon shit.
One time.
What? Slumville and we out. No doubt for 98. Setting you straight. Get yourself laced. Peace, 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 peace.